Hey everybody, this is Frilioff and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to build this really easy upgraded version of my iron farm that works in Java 1.17. Now this is a purely Java build. It will not work on Bedrock, it will not work on any console. Okay, so please don't ask in the comments if it'll work in Bedrock or on a console. It won't. It's purely a Java build. It will not work on Bedrock. I think I've made it clear. It will not work on Bedrock. Now I'll put a list of everything you need on screen now, so pause the video if you need to. And now we'll crack on and build this bad boy. So now you've got somewhere to build this bad boy, you need to get to the front of the farm and you need to find the middle and go back 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, this one here. Pop it out and replace it with an illuminated block. This can be a jack-o'-lantern or a sea lantern or a shroom block, anything really to give that a bit of light in there. Then you want to take out your beds and you want to go to the back of the farm facing forward and you'll need to put 3 beds there, there and there. Okay, with the heads of the bed at the front of the farm. Okay, and then you want to come to this block here, pop it out and stick yourself in a bottom slab. That's going to be where your zombie sits in his minecart. He's going to sit here. He's going to scare the bejesus out of your villagers. Now you can whip round to the back of your farm and you can stick in your chests. So you want to stick a double chest there and a double chest on top of it. Like that. And then take out your hoppers and you'll need to crouch and look at the side of these chests. You want a hopper leading into that chest there. And a hopper leading into that chest there. And then get up on top and you'll need to put 3 more hoppers like that, chaining into each other. So anything now that's picked up by those hoppers will go down into the bottom chest. Once that's full and that hopper's full, then they'll start going into the chest above it. Now you want to take out your solid blocks again and you'll need to fill in around here like this. Now sticking with your solid blocks, you'll need to put 3 more solid blocks there, 3 there. Then you want to leave that empty and you'll need to put a stair there, an upside down stair there, and a solid block on top of it. And then solid blocks there and there. Now you want to whip out a temporary block and we're going to stick a temporary block just there, like that. We need that there because when we wheel in the zombie in a minecart, if that wasn't there, he would go straight over the gap and he'd finish up on that block, and we don't want that. We want him to hit that block and fall down into that gap. Okay, so that's a temporary block that's going to be taken out when we put the zombie in. All right, now whip out your solid blocks again and just do a line of solid blocks all the way around the side. Remember, that's where the zombies are going to go. We will be popping out a few of these to get the villagers in, but for the time being we'll just fill it up and we'll put the villagers in a second. So now take out your glass blocks. These don't have to be glass. If you don't want to see in that your villagers being petrified, then you can use solid blocks, but I like watching that, so I'm going to use glass. And then under top you'll need to put a rim of solid blocks. So now you should have something that looks like that. Now in order to form the spawning floor on the top, we're going to use trapdoors. We're going to use iron trapdoors. When the villagers are in here, if we were to use slabs, the villager's hitbox would be slightly inside the slabs. So this guy would pop out and his head would be in the slab. He wouldn't be able to move. Okay, be continually scared. That wouldn't be any good at all. So we're going to use iron trapdoors, which are spawnable but thinner. So if we put those in there, like I've just made a bit of a pattern, you don't have to. So now we've got something that looks like that. Now you want to jump up on the top of your farm and you'll need to put a stair, any stair, one there and one there like that. They're going to be waterlogged. Okay, and I'll explain why we do that in a second. But that's where the stairs need to go. Then take out some walls. These have to be walls. You can't use solid blocks here. If you did, there's a chance a golem would spawn on it or in it, or just use a wall. Trust me. And then you want to put your wall all the way around the back like that. Okay, now at the back of the farm, we need to extend this wall up by 3 levels. So that's 2, and that's 3. And then we need to extend that out this way, okay, towards the front. 2 more blocks. So now we've got that. Now you want to whip out your slabs again, and you just put a roof over the top of it. Now you do need this roof. This is very important, especially if you have fire tick turned on your world or on your server. If you don't have that roof on, the trapdoors that we'll use at the back to keep the lava in will catch fire. Okay, so make sure you have a slab on the top, and also with the slab it prevents mobs from spawning up there anyway. So pop out that block so you can get inside, and you'll need to put 3 trapdoors there, there and there, like that. Okay, and then you'll need to put 3 trapdoors there, there and there. Your lava is going to go in there. So now take out a bucket of lava, put some lava bang in the middle. Now you want to get yourself outside the farm again, and you'll need to take out some water, and you'll need to waterlog that stair, and then waterlog that stair. And the reason we're using stairs there and we're not just putting water to flow straight to the back is you might be able to see that the water is flowing towards the center block. So the golem will always be standing bang in the middle. And that way when it drops its iron and its poppies, it's going to drop it in the water. If the water just ran straight to the back, there's a good chance that the golem would be right at the very edge. And if he's at the edge, he could drop his poppies and his iron on the side there, and then you wouldn't pick them up. The hoppers wouldn't pick them up. If you change those for walls, then the golem could spawn half in the wall and he would suffocate in the wall. It would take ages for him to do that, which is why we use stairs here. So the golem's in the middle and the drops end up in the middle, and we don't have to worry about losing any of the drops. So now you've got something that looks a little bit like that. So now it's time to think about getting your villagers in there, and getting villagers inside the farm is relatively straightforward. You just have to wait for it to get dark. So if I spawn in a couple of villagers, obviously just get them here in boats or in minecarts, or wrangle them in any way you like really, but you need to get them within the vicinity of it, and then you just need to wait for it to get dark. And once it's dark, they're going to want to get into bed. So we'll give them a hand. We'll pop out a couple of these blocks so they can jump into bed. Come on, fella. Come on. There you go. And then we can block them back in again. They're as happy as Larry. So that's it. They're in there now. They'll stay in there. That's perfect. And before it gets light again, you'll need to put a solid block in there like that. If you don't, that guy in this bed will jump out and he will stand on that block there. Okay, so by putting a block there, you're going to stop him from doing that. So now we're going to have to think about getting the zombie in there. But before we get a zombie in there, the minute we get a zombie in there, they're going to get frightened. And if they've slept, they'll start having golems. And we want the golem to spawn in here. We don't want the golem to spawn out here. So in order to prevent that, there are 2 ways we can do that. We can either spawn proof this area out to a distance of 8 blocks in every direction, or we can raise the farm off the floor. If you want to build this 10 blocks off the floor, then the area around it will be spawn proofed. Okay, so either build this 10 blocks off the floor or completely spawn proof the area. I'm going to spawn proof it using carpet, but you can use string, you can use plowed land, path blocks, glass. And as I said, I'm just going to use some carpet. So now I've spawn proofed the area, we need to think about getting the zombie in there. So we need to run ourselves a line of rails from wherever it is you get your zombie from. Like this. And we want to get him in there. As I say, that's why that temporary block's there, because if he wasn't, it would go over the hole. He would land inside there, but he would be able to eat your villagers, and it would just break your farm, okay? Now, when you get your zombie, I'd probably wait until it gets dark, because if you get one without a hat on, he's going to burn in the sunlight. So we'll wait for it to get dark, and now we'll spawn in a zombie. So once he's in there, he's going to start fighting those dudes. So let's break this. Already got a golem in there. We need to name tag this guy so he doesn't despawn. So I'm going to give him a name. There you go. And then we need to break that temporary block that's behind the back of him. So if you crouch, there you go. You should be able to break it out. And then we can put that block back in there like that. So now, as you can see, those guys will go and stand in the corner. They'll think they're safe and they'll try and sleep. They'll see the zombie. Ah, there's a zombie. And they'll jump back up again, run around until they feel safe in the corner. And that's what keeps this farm working all the time. During the day, they'll run around and be scared, but they can hide in the corner. At night, they'll try to sleep and they'll hide in the corner. So they're constantly either scared or sleeping or running around. It's brilliant. So there you have it, everybody, the new updated version of my tiny little iron farm that works brilliantly in Java 1.17. Remember, please don't try and build this in Bedrock. If you build this in Bedrock, it just won't work. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, everybody. If you have, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future tutorials. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.